All right, I guess I'm back on Lone Oak. Don't need this one anymore. Hey, Alan. How you doing today? I don't know where to store this. Let's put it in one of these buildings here. Then I'll forget where I put it. I don't know if I like these buildings. There's just not, I don't know, weird. I guess they're okay, but right, let's see. I need to start seeding. Let me get this truck out of the way. Hey Andy, how you doing? Hope you're well today. Alan's doing good. Just get this thing out of the road. Alright, so I have not done any work on this map, so very muggy today. Yesterday was weird because it was the 4th of July, obviously, and a holiday here, Independence Day, our Independence Day, independent from, I guess, you guys, but I don't know, I don't feel all that independent. But the weatherman for the 3 to 4 days before the 4th of July kept saying it was going to be in the 70s and sunny all day. Even up to the night before, they were saying that. And all day was dark and wet and cold. All day. We didn't have any sun all day, and it rained on us, and it was only in the 50s Fahrenheit. But the weatherman kept saying it's going to be sunny all day. They fooled us. We should have known. Four Grizzlies, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. And I don't know if I said that name right. Is it Grizzlies? It kind of looks like it is. Andy says it's muggy there too. Alright, let's see. I gotta set 44 up to get plowed. So, let's do so, I guess. I don't have a plow for 44, do I? I got a mowing one, a temporary mowing one, but that's not the same, is it? And I'm not going to need that anymore. I can probably delete that. 62 Fahrenheit there, but it's very humid. It is 74 right now here on the coast of Oregon. Today and today only for the next 5 minutes. We have a saying here, if you don't like the weather, drive 5 miles or wait 5 minutes and you'll get different weather. And that's pretty much true. Okay, so let's take this and put it up into 35 while I'm in here. And you know what? I didn't start that seeder yet, did I? I set up a course just before I started the live stream. I've not done anything to this map since Tuesday's live stream. I turned the computer off and did something else. So, oh, hit the telephone pole. I'm always interested in the weather and things like that, where everybody else lives. I'm kind of weird that way. I explained it here in either a video or a live stream not too long ago that I was asking people if you're driving around the country or even in your hometown and you're driving through a neighborhood and you see a house, have you ever wondered what life is like for the people that live there? What does their kitchen look like? What do they do for a living? That always interests me. And so the weather kind of goes hand in hand with that. What's the weather like where you're at? That's kind of weird, but anyway. I'm not the only one. A lot of people, when they get together, oh, so what's the weather like at home? When you get a phone call from your relatives, you know, the first thing, how's the weather there? Well, we had rain today. You know, it's like, who cares? Well, evidently we do, because we talk about it constantly. It's kind of like food. I'm interested in what people eat. Somebody will say, hey, I got to go. I'm going to go have lunch. Oh, what are you having? What are you having? Or they'll come back and say, hey, I just got finished with dinner. What was it? I'm really interested in stuff like that. Weird, huh? All right, let's see. What are we going to seed? Not potatoes. Hell no. What's on this field over here? Canola. Okay, so I'm going to lease that field and get that canola. But first, I'm just going to go with wheat, I think, to start with here. Right. We're just going to go with wheat. See if we can get this thing to work properly. Not having much luck with... I'm just going to let him go slow. This guy will go 24 miles an hour, but I'm just going to let it go at 14 for now. Not having much luck with this farm and course play so far, but that's okay. No biggie. It's a live stream. I can do the work myself. Let's lease field number, whatever this is, 34, and get that canola off of it. So, right. Let me go to the Bank of Hagenstadt. Somebody asked me in a comment yesterday, I think it was, how you use this Bank of Hagenstadt. Well, first of all, it's a mod. So you have to have the mod. Now, after that, you hit a particular button to open it. Now, I'm afraid I've been using this thing for years, and I have it set to the end button on my keyboard, but I don't think that's the default. So you might have to rekey that. So I just pushed the end button to get it, and then once you're in it, you get around by these little tabs down here. To leave it, you hit that. To get in it, I just hit the end button. Now, like I said, I probably keyed it to that button. I don't know what button it is by default. I could probably find out, but I don't know it right off the top of my head. So we're looking at field what? 34, did I say? Was it 34? Yeah, 34. I don't want to lease the wrong field. Let's lease that. Leave the bank. And then let's get a combine. Doesn't matter which one. Take this one. And we're going to go get us some canola. End is the default. Okay. Well, you know how I change stuff, so I couldn't remember. And I've been using this mod for years. So there you go. So I can't remember who it was. Somebody sent me a comment and asked me how you use it. And I said, well, first of all, you got to have a mod. You got to have the Bank Hagenstadt mod in. And then you hit the end button. Can't remember who it was. Old Man Farmer's in the house. How are you, sir, this afternoon? I'm dying of thirst. I love when this thing starts up. See that black smoke rolling. Rolling. I'm going to hire a worker and see if he can work this out. Look at that. Don't you love the way that thing spreads out? Isn't that cool? Alright, well, we're going to let that go. Alright, now, let's see. I need to get some seeding done, or plowing done here. And I don't think I've got anything set up to do so. This is kind of a weird shaped field, isn't it? A little bit. Let me not start on this end because of that little jog in the... Or does it matter? You know what? The mowing thing worked pretty good. Where did I start with that? I started on that end up there, and it worked okay, I guess. Well, let's give that a shot. Let me get rid of it. I'm doing good. Doing good. Good. All right, let's try this again here. We're gonna. Okay, so we just got a field work down here, and I'm going to generate the course. It's field 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun. And then let's see, we're starting. Big Bud is slipping already. All right. Well, so much for that course. I'm telling you, I'm not having much luck with course play on this map. And like I said, it's no big deal really. Where was it he was trying to go? I don't know where he was trying to go. This way? Right here maybe? I'm gonna let it go, and then I can catch up with it and clean it up later. Right, back to this one. Thunder 21's in the house. Hi Rudy, how is it going today? Today's doing great. We got nice sunny weather today. Unlike the 4th of July, it was cold and wet and miserable and that kind of thing. Sir Dingbat's in the house. Doing well, hope you are too. Let's see here. I was going to do starting location of the northwest heading south. Or did I leave that on automatic before? Let's try. No, let's not. Let's try the longest edge and see what that does. I don't know if I've used that before. I'm going to do one headland just because. Like I said, I'm not having much luck with course play routes, so it's probably not going to make any difference, but we'll find out. So again, longest edge wants us to start going on not the longest edge. Doesn't make any sense. It says start on the longest edge, but it's going to start going on the shortest edge. Weird. Yeah, let's see what happens. Glad you're doing well, Mr. Dingbat. How'd you come up with Dingbat for a name? You guys know how I came up with Rude Man, because everybody that used to listen to me would say, I've been listening to you for a while. You don't seem to be real rude. Why do you call yourself the Rude Man? Well, it's because my name is Rudy, and I worked at a radio station, and when I went into the DJ booth, they'd always say, hey, the Rude Man's here. And so it kind of stuck. And when I decided to get on the internet, that's what I went with, which was a mistake in the long run, because I wonder if I don't get a lot of subscribers because people think I am a rude man when they see the name, and they don't even click in. So I don't know that to be true, but I wonder sometimes. On smaller tools, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Courseplay always works better with smaller tools because it's got shorter turning radius and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm used to big machines. I'm impatient. I'm really impatient. But we'll see. I might switch off. You never know. Do something different for change. So it was just before lunch. I was getting hungry, and I told my wife that maybe I'd have a sandwich today. So she had purchased some lunch meat. Now, the lunch meat you buy in the store, and I'm talking about that processed stuff that you buy and it comes in a bag. or something. It's not real good. You can get ham, you can get turkey and roast beef, and I swear to God, they all taste the same to me. But it's just sliced, sandwich meat, and I don't even think it matters what brand name it is. It all kind of tastes the same, but it makes it easy to make a sandwich. So I made myself a sandwich, and I think there's so much salt in that processed meat that I'm just dying of thirst. I don't know if I can wait till 2 o'clock. Wow, that filled up fast. Oh, I forgot. Ginger, Alan, I forgot. As I said earlier, when I got off the live stream, I shut everything down and started doing something else and didn't even think about what I was going to do. But I still have that standalone thing in here, so I'll just keep using that till I get it changed. I will change it because I don't really need this thing here for anything else. But I'll use this for the time being. Yeah, see, that's what happens, Dingbat. You get a name and you get used to it. I do, anyway. And I know some people that change stuff all the time. I know my daughter, for example, on Facebook. She's had like 20 different Facebook pages. She changes it all the time. What's that guy doing up there? Is that my cedar? Holy smokes, what's he doing up there? What the hell? Where's he going? Alan Myers, where are you going? He's not even close to the field he's supposed to be on. Holy smokes. Let me... Uh-oh, I'm spinning out here. Let me backtrack. What the hell? I didn't do that. The game seeded this. I didn't seed it. I'm going to follow the tracks back, find out where he came from. That's just crazy. I better go check on my combine too. See how he's doing. I lost the tracks, so I don't know where he came from. I'm just assuming he came this way. Oh, I bet you the tracks got plowed under by that plow. Well, I am certain that he's missed some seeding. So, man, this stuff grows fast, doesn't it? It probably has something to do with the mod that I have in it. It increases the speed of the growth pattern. What do you think? Whoa, that was weird. The chat just went up about 20. Did I change this out? No, I didn't. Oh, your Twitch is I am Dingbat. Cool. Alright, well, there's no getting around it. I'm going to have to kind of plow up a little bit of this to get it finished. Hey, Ryan, thank you. Appreciate it. You never know with me. Are those my potatoes? Those are not my potatoes. Didn't I do potatoes already, though? I thought I did. I got some potatoes someplace. It's going to be a weird field here. I love the way these big buds sound. Uh-oh, I missed a spot. You missed a spot? I don't do windows, by the way. this one. Let me hit it from this side over here. I think that'd be the best way. And I'll clean up that corner a little bit. Whoa. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to put my placeables down. Most of the placeables I've got are huge, which I didn't realize until you go to put them down. And there's only one empty spot on this whole map, and it's not very big. So I don't know. I may have to buy a field and just put all my placeables on it. Oh, this is ugly. Don't look. You're not going to like what I'm doing. Let me see if I can get that one little spot right there. All right. We'll never say anything about that. I know I can count on you guys not to say anything. Can you see the night sky? Yeah, when it gets dark. There's it's getting close. Now there may be a problem because I have a mod that skips that. Let me see. Oh shoot, what is the key? Is it I? Is it Alt I? Yeah, client settings. Okay, hang on. Overtime rate. Time scale at night. Let me set that to 0. Because this mod here that I'm using will automatically, when it hits a certain time, it'll automatically go till morning. So let's see if that fixes that. Arctic soldiers in the house. That reminds me of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Let me stop this. All right, so if I did that mod right, that should stop it from rushing the night on. I'm trying to clean this up a little bit. A couple of grass spots here. Classy J Baller. I send a private map link to your Facebook. Okay, I'll go look. I don't do Facebook. I have a Facebook page for the YouTube because some people get their that's how they know I put a new video up, is through Facebook. Some people use Facebook a lot. I don't like Facebook. I don't use it. I had a personal private one, and I took it down because I started finding my family pictures going to everybody in every country in the world, and I don't like that. And they let my private information out. I don't like that, so I shut it down. But I'll go look. I don't open it up very often, but I'll go look. Appreciate that. Night Wolf. How you doing, Night Wolf? So, Night Wolf, are you the one that was asking me about the Bank of Hagenstedt? I can't remember who it was. Somebody sent me a comment about that. And I don't remember who it was. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, Night Wolf. I don't own this field. Well, no, I don't own that field, but... Oh, no. What was that? How did that happen? Oh, man. I don't have this thing set. Oh, dang it. I hit that stupid button. Darn it. Oh, I hate when I do that. Okay, Nightwolf, that was you. All right. Well, it's the you have to have the mod Bank of Hagenstedt, and then you hit the end key on your keyboard. There's a section of keys on your keyboard: insert, home, pause up, pause down, delete, and end. It's the end key that opens up that mod. Once the mod's open, you use your mouse to control it. What am I going to do with that? That's a mess. I don't want it. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to clean that up. I did, Ginger. Remember when I told you there's a button on my steering wheel that turns that on and off? And sometimes when I spin the wheel with my palm of my hand, I'll hit that button, and that's probably what I did. Darn it. Alright, well, I got work to do here. I'll fix that in a minute. What I'll do is I'll just get a seeder, and or I could get one of them roller things. I could get the roller thing. Wherever that's at. Is it in miscellaneous? There, that. Let me buy that. No, I'm going to lease that. I don't need to buy it because I'll probably never ever use it again. Let me lease that. And then let me just lease a little tractor to go with it. Let me lease... Where's my favorite tractor? Right there. There's my favorite tractor right there. That little case. I think that's the one. Is that the one? I think it is. Right, let's just get that, because I'm going to turn it right back in anyway. Oh, did I just buy it? Dang it. I did too, didn't I? You have it, but you've never used it? Yeah, I use it all the time. I use it for everything. Everything. I never buy or lease a field. What happened here? Why did he stop? That's weird. I'm telling you, this map, it's like it's got a mind of its own. Here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I never use those little signs there to buy or lease. Reset what to the farm? What are we talking about? You know I haven't had my Mountain Dew. I can't think straight. Reset what to the farm? Remember, there's a lag. It's all laggy. A delay, I should say, in the stream. So when I say something, I have to wait like 5 minutes before I see a response. And I get impatient. And pretty soon I'll say, are you guys still there? Tractor and roller. Oh, that's no fun. That's no fun. Here's the fun way. I just use TARDIS. I use TARDIS, and then I can place it right where I want it, which is right there, isn't it? All right, let me see if I can fix this puppy. Is that the only place I made a boo-boo? think so, but I'm not sure. What? Did I mess that up too? I think I did, right there. A blue text. Let me see. I've got about 300 mods. I can't remember, and some of them do similar things. That's the bad part. Wait a minute. Let me just go to this. Okay, a blue text. Right. Yeah, I think it is glance. It's a mod called Glance. I used to use a different mod for that. And I can't remember what the name of it is, because I think it was 2015 or 2013. 2015. Oh, I can't recall what it was called. Inspector. I used to use a mod called Inspector, and I switched over to Glance because it had more information, and you could actually control a lot of the information that you see. You could make it more or less info. I don't recall which key it is that does it, but I get mine set up the way I like it, and I don't touch it again. So I sometimes don't remember what key it is that adjusts it. There, that's close enough for government work. Inspector. I used that for a long time, Inspector. And I switched over to Glance. You don't own this field. I know I don't own this field. I can't fix the road? Oh, great. Alright, it's not going to let me do that field, but I tell you what, I could probably lease that field and fix it, but I'm not gonna right now. I'm not gonna. Inspector Gadget. Go Gadget. I didn't like Inspector Gadget. I liked his niece. She was smarter than he was. You don't own this field. No, I do not. No, I don't. What's your point? I don't own it. But I could. Let me see if I can get it when it's not looking. I got it when it wasn't looking. I snuck in there and got it before it even saw me coming. You don't own this field. Too late. I fixed it. Snooze, you lose. Map. All right. Good enough for government work. Let me see if I can sneak over and do that one again. They are cheap on this map. Makes me wonder what's wrong with the land. Maybe it's alkaline. All right, there you go. Fix that. You know what? I might hang on to this because I'm liable to do that again. You just never know. I love the way this this little tractor sounds. It's cool. Got a little patch of grass right there. Let's park this at the farmhouse. The farm wife just loved this parked right in her front yard. She won't say anything. Believe me. Or if she does, I won't hear her. Alright, I gotta pick up... Oh, shoot. I gotta pick up the rest of this stupid straw. Get that job over with. Okay, it's going to be night here pretty soon. You guys will be all excited. Look at that nice sky. Now, somebody asked me if I had graphics turned up all the way. Why does that, what would that matter? I'm playing this at 4K. My resolution is all the way up to Ultra. And it's in 4K. And I'm actually recording it in 4K, but I render it down to 1280 because I've run some of these in 4K and it absolutely doesn't look any better on YouTube. So it just takes me 13 hours to render the damn movie. It's Inspect. It used to be Inspector on 2013, or no, was it 2015? I guess. It's the same. It's the same mod. They just called it Inspector on 2015. Maybe they got sued by Go Gadget guy. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Uh-oh, I'm struggling uphill. Go Gadget. Might have to do what I did before and go sideways. Sideways. Whatever. Sideways. This way. East to west. Instead of north to south. Then I don't have to climb that big hill. Oh, I missed a patch. I see the stars poking through. Might have to turn the lights on. It's going to be a long day, guys. Seems like I've been doing this for 2 hours already, and it's only been a half hour. Usually, somebody will say it's soup du jour, and what? I just started. Not today. Today, it seems like I've been doing this for 2-3 hours already. Well, I'll tell you why. I'm getting ready to go on vacation, and I haven't recorded for weeks because I've been playing other games besides this one. Like I said before, you guys probably heard me say that a million times. But anyway, so I've been recording all morning. And for those of you that are watching Farmer's Dynasty, I'm having all kinds of problems with Farmer's Dynasty. I got about 212 hours into that game, and to the point where I'm starting to do a harvest of corn. Never done corn before, and I've got something like 40 episodes, and I was working on 41, and the game, I've been working on it all week. I've tried everything I can. The game keeps freezing on me. I get to a certain point, and game just freezes on me, and I can't finish the episode. And I'm thinking that I was thinking it was a corrupted save, but I have like 3 or 4 different saves on that because I'm paranoid when it comes to these games like that are early access, and I don't know how good the support is on the games, so I'm paranoid. I've got like 3 or 4 saves on it. I'll save it 3 or 4 times just in case one of them becomes corrupted. I've still got one that's only like an hour or 2 back. I can't get any of them to work. So I don't know if I'm done with that series or not. I can't get it to I get to the point where I try to go out and harvest the corn, and it just freezes on me. Now, I noticed that there hasn't been an update on that game since April. And up to that point, they were updating it all the time. It seems like every time I logged in, there was some new in the changelog, and I haven't seen anything change in months. So I don't know whether they stopped working on it. Is it still early access? Are we getting any support on it? So, as far as I know, it's still early access. But anyway, I don't know. I feel bad because I haven't even got Charlotte to have any kids yet. But here's the thing. Like I said, I've got 212 hours. I got 40 episodes done. If I have to start over, I won't do it. It's not the kind of game that you can quickly go through. You pretty much have to farm manually. So for me to get back to the time frame that I'm at right now would take me at least a month or 2 of playing. I can't do that. So I don't know. I might be done making videos on that game. It's too bad too, because I liked it. I'm having fun at it. I know some of you guys don't like it, but I've got actually quite a few people that watch the videos. So somebody must like it. I feel kind of bad. I don't know what to do. It's really frustrating. It's not enjoyable when that happens. But I think we're going to get dark here pretty soon. Where's Haley's Comet? I don't know if I can work at night. Where's my plow? I need to get plow going. Plow boy. They like it when you call him plow boy. Puts Bill to sleep. Yeah, Joe Dokes. Joe Dokes. I love Joe. Joe will send me a comment on any game like that. He doesn't like a lot of the games I play other than farming. But he doesn't say anything bad. What he does is he'll send a comment to me that has like 15 or 20 letter Z's. Like, you know, when you sleep, it's like zzz. That's what he does. So to tell me that he's bored to death with it, which is okay. It's fine. I had a lot of fun with it. Now I got to be careful not to touch that silly button. When I go on vacation, I shouldn't say vacation because every day's vacation for me. But when I take off here next week, I'll be gone not this coming. Well, kind of is not this week, but the following week on Thursdays when I'm taking off. And I'll be gone a couple weeks. I'll have videos to put up. That's not a problem. But I won't be able to live stream. I don't take a computer with me. Well, I take a laptop, but it doesn't matter. Our condominium has really bad internet. There's no way I could live stream. I can barely get a signal to check email and stuff. Somebody else asked me about that. About how I put the text in the middle of the screen. I don't. I've never touched the controls to that. I put the mod in and that's just where it's at for me. That information. Yeah, I've had several people ask me in the past, how do you make glance go in the middle of the screen like that? I don't know what you're talking about because I've never done anything to it. I just installed the mod and turned it on and use it. So I have no idea if there's any way to change that. I mean, there probably is. I'm just saying, I've never been in the config for that mod to see if you can change any of that. Oh, darn it! What? Why does it keep doing? No, wait a minute. Allow create fields. Why did it plow that? I don't own that field, do I? No, I don't own this field. Why did it let me plow it? That's weird. Yeah, I was being real careful not to push that button. Oh well. Just sugar beets, right? Who wants sugar beets anyway? Bill does. Where's Bill anyway? Uh-oh. I'm hitting the trees. Work your way out of it, big bud. Come on, you can do it. Oh no, it can't do it. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Is it night yet? Getting close. Why do the stars look like snowflakes? Are they supposed to? I can't move. Why can't I move? I've got it floored. Gear shift. Well, hang on. Let me do some of that. There we go. I think it's stuck. Oh, there you go. The plow was stuck on the back wheel there. Missed a spot. Thank you, sir. I don't know if I did or not. Oh, are you talking about did I miss a spot on the other guy's field? I missed a big spot right in the middle. I don't own this field, it says. I better turn some lights on. You guys won't be able to see what I'm doing. Why won't it let me get that one little spot right there? Am I going to have to sneak up on it like I did that other one? There, we got it. Okay, Ginger, are you happy? I got it. Just kidding. That didn't work very good. I'm missing all kinds of stuff here. Let me see if I can. Is there a bump there or something? No, I got it. I got it. I got it. OCD. Me or you? I'm not OCD. You've heard me say it. I think everybody is. I think everybody's OCD a little bit. If you're doing your car, let's say you're waxing your car, and you get all the way done, and on the driver's door, you see that you missed a little bit of patch that's either dirty, or muddy, or didn't get waxed. Are you going to leave it, or are you going to go over and wipe it off? You're going to go wipe it off. Does that make you OCD? I don't think so. But like I said, I think everybody is a little bit, because I would think that anybody that was waxing their car because they want it to look good and sees that they miss a spot will probably go back and clean the spot up. That doesn't make you OCD. Now, there are some people I know. I've got friends that are that way, that have serious OCD, and it actually bothers them. I know one guy had a heart attack, and it was stress over things that were out of place in his house, and he couldn't handle the stress of it because he was so OCD that somebody moved one of his wrenches, and he couldn't sleep at night because that wrench was on a bench instead of hanging on a wall where it was supposed to be, and it bothered him so much he had a heart attack over that kind of thing. Crazy. All right, this field must be really wacky. Is it dark yet? No. Me, not you. You're OCD. Are you really? Are you really though? Or are you just a little bit? I feel sorry for people that have that kind of a thing because they can't help it, and it's really stressful for them. It's not healthy, and there's not there. You know, it's just not their fault. And I kind of think about that when I get comments. Now, I'm pretty lucky. I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have a lot of subscribers, which means I'm limited to how many people send me bad comments and texts. I don't get texts from people that say they want to kill me. I don't get texts that people say that I'm stupid and they don't like listening to me. They don't like my voice. I don't get texts of people wanting to know where I live because they want to come and beat my dog up. People get texts like that. It's crazy. People are crazy. I don't get a lot of that. It's because I'm small potatoes. Nobody cares. But you just never know. Sometimes have you, and I've talked about this before, let's say I look out the front yard, the front window of the house, and there's like 3 or 4 deer in the yard, and I say to my wife, oh my God, there's 100 deer out in the front yard. Is there really? No, there's not. There's only 3. But I can guarantee you that some people, if you say that, oh my God, there's 100 deer out in the front yard, they have to comment and tell you, no, actually, there's only just 3. What prompts them to do that? Because do they not know that you're exaggerating or you're kidding, or, you know, it's just a comment that you know? Do they not know that? I think they do. I think they're compelled because of some kind of OCD to correct you. And I've known a lot of people like that. You say, boy, the sky's sure blue today. Well, it's not really blue. It's, you know, it's because of this and that. It's the smoke in the air, or, you know, they've got to correct you. You can't be right. There's always something that they think is different than what you say. I know that we've all known people like that. Now, to me, there's only 2 reasons. One, they have some form of OCD and they really can't help themselves. They're just compelled to point out that there's only 2 deer out there and not 100, you know, then that's, and I can understand that, and I can ignore that. It doesn't bother me because I know that they have to do it. They're compelled to do it. It's not their fault. That the other one is that people are just mean, or, you know, they just think they're smarter than you are. They think they're better than you are, and they do it to be mean. That's my thought on it. I mean, somebody, I feel sorry for the person that can't, you know, that has to say that because it's you know, something that's they have to live with. But the person is just being mean. It's just like people that go through on YouTube pages and just automatically hit thumbs down on everybody. You know, every video you make, they hit a thumbs down. Why? Because they're just mean. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I don't like the thumbs up, thumbs down that these places use. And I've said this many times. I don't like it because I don't think it's accurate. I think if you really like my video, if you really like it, and you feel that you want to let me know and you hit the thumbs up, or you really like it and you want to let everybody know that you like it and you hit the thumbs up, I think the thumbs up are fairly accurate. The thumbs down, I don't believe are accurate at all. And one of the reasons why is, like I said, I think a lot of people do it just to be mean. But other people will put a thumbs down. Let me give you an example, okay? I've just watched a movie, and they want me to say thumbs up or thumbs down on the movie. And I put a thumbs down on it because I don't like Westerns. It could have been the best Western ever made, but I don't like Westerns, which is not true. I love Westerns, but I don't like Westerns, so I give it a thumbs down. Well, that doesn't mean the movie wasn't good. It just means that you didn't like it for some reason. And that's why I don't like the thumbs up, thumbs down. I don't think the thumbs down are real accurate. I think somebody will thumbs down one of my videos because they think farming is stupid. I've had people tell me that. Why do you play that game? It's so stupid. Well, because it's fun. And it's relaxing, you know, but if it's not their cup of tea, well, is that any reason to give my video a thumbs down? Did I do something bad? Was I not good? Was I not entertaining? You see what I mean? I don't think that the thumbs down are very accurate. Now, as far as YouTube's concerned, I learned a long time ago not to worry about it. If somebody gives me a bad comment, a nasty comment, like they say, I've had that before, you know, wow, you really play stupid, or you suck at this game, or in the old days, it used to bother me. Excuse me. It used to bother me, and I used to block that user, or I used to make that comment not to be seen. I'd hide it because it bothered me. Sorry, I got a sneezing fit here. Anyway, that's not something you should do on YouTube because YouTube doesn't care. They do not care. You get credited for the people that watch your video, and you get credited for thumbs up, thumbs down, any interaction with your video, you get credited for. They don't care whether it's good or bad. They don't care whether it's negative or positive. They don't care whether it's nice or nasty. They don't care. It's just an algorithm. So I knew a YouTuber that would get thousands, it's a big YouTuber, they would get thousands of nasty comments and they would delete them. And I told him, I said, don't do that. You're hurting your, are you doing this for a business? Didn't you quit your job to do this? That is kind of pretty. And they said, yeah, I quit my job to do this. This YouTube is my job now. Well, you're just screwing yourself because you've just banned 1,000 people that business-wise you just lost money on. What you need to do is you need to get a thick skin. Now, I do not have a thick skin. Those kind of things do bother me. Nasty comments bother me. And, well, on a given day, let's put it that way. On a given day, I can be either, or I can be thick-skinned or thin-skinned. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. You can usually tell if I'm in that kind of mood because I'll get a little sarcastic. I'll get a little nasty. I'll get, I'll say things like I'm saying right now. And then other days, I have really thin skin. Hey, James, how you doing? Ginger's played the map, I know. Serge is in the house. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox. Is this dark enough, Ginger? Can I speed it up now, or does it get darker than this? I actually can speed it up. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. Wow. The Milky Way's in a circle. All right, my throat's really dry. I gotta do a soup du jour. Hang on. I've been wanting to do this for an hour. Pardon me. Excuse me. I'm being rude right now. Speed it up. What? The soup du jour? I can't drink that fast. It's too cold. All right, let's see. What did James say? Doing great. You play 9 in PC? I do, James. I play mostly on the PC, but I have PlayStation and Xbox. I got lots of them. I play this game on the Xbox occasionally. When I'm away from home, I take my Xbox, but I don't take my computer. So I'll play a lot of PC or a lot of console games when I'm away from home. I have an Xbox 360, an Xbox One. Mine is the Xbox One Plus. I've got PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 Pro. I don't play consoles very much, though. I get the PlayStation because there's a lot of exclusive games that you can't get anywhere else. And they're usually pretty good games. I probably play the Xbox more than I play the PlayStation, though. Alright, can I speed up time again? You guys done seeing the sky? I have not run a server on PS4. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and rush it off. Night sky really does look cool. Actually, the day sky looks pretty cool, too. There, 5 o'clock, time to go to work. I had 3 servers for Farm Sim that I ran on the PC. They cost every month you got to pay for that, and I didn't mind doing it. The problem was nobody would play them if I wasn't on the server. Well, I'm really busy because I do so much recording and stuff, and I wasn't on the server very much. I got the server for other people to play on that wanted to play together, and I would get on when I could. I would get on and play, but what happened was if I couldn't play for 2-3 days, nobody would get on if I wasn't playing. And then after a couple of days, I'd come on and there wouldn't be anybody there, and so I wouldn't play. I'd log off again, and so it turned out that not a lot of people was playing. So I kind of stopped the servers. Oh, I sped up time and had to pay the lease on this farm, didn't I? On this field. I did. Oh well. I'll probably make it up with all the canola. Alright, let me see if I can hire a worker here. And oh, that's weird. Going at an angle like that. Let me fix that. Alright, here we go. Let's see, who's we got working here? Josh Lennon is working today. My Xbox plays at 4K. Actually, I use my Xbox that I've got. It's not the normal Xbox One. It's not the original. But I watch 4K movies on it. That's what I use to watch my 4K movies. In my office, I have a 4K player in the living room. Not anymore, I don't, James. Oh, do I play any maps? No. The only thing I do that is multiplayer on the PS4 is Elite Dangerous. I do Elite Dangerous on PS4. If you know what game that is. I did a trip. It was a charity thing on Elite Dangerous, where we were flying to a long ways out of the inhabited bubble. We were going to Bishok Station, which is way out in space. It took us weeks to get there in real time. And we had about 500 people or so doing it. And I actually flew 3 ships on that trip. Because it was a charity, I donated for each of my accounts. I have 3 accounts. I have 2 PC accounts and 1 PlayStation account. And I donated money to that charity on all 3. And I flew all 3 ships, sometimes all at the same time. I have 3 HOTUSes and a very large desk. And I was flying 3 ships at the same time quite a bit of the time. It was just drove me nuts. It was almost, I kept trying to figure out, okay, which control do I have my hands on? It was pretty funny. I did quite a few recordings on that though. Every time what we would do is we would fly in space quite some distance, and we would meet up on a particular planet or moon or a particular place in space, and we would do things like we would do get out in our SRVs and jump around and just have fun together. Everybody would meet up at a certain time, and then the next day we would all take off from that location and fly to the next location. But it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I recorded it. It's all on my YouTube page. It's not a game that I YouTube very often. Uh, I spend a lot of time on it. I wouldn't have much time. Well, and then I don't get very many people watching it. But that's not necessarily why I do YouTube videos. And I can prove it to you. I get more views on the farming than anything else I do. So most of my subscribers are from the farming videos. 90% I would say. Some of them watch some of my other videos, but I do this because it's fun. I like playing Elite Dangerous. I like playing World of Warcraft. I like doing a lot of different games, and I will record them. And if you go back and look at the last couple of videos I did on World of Warcraft, you'll see I only got maybe 20 people watching it. Any other YouTuber would say, God, if I can't get more views than that, I'm not going to put them up. Well, that's not why I do this. I do this because I'm having fun playing games. I'm not very good at them, but I certainly have a lot of fun doing them, and that's what games are all about. These people that get on YouTube channels and say, oh, you suck at this game, they're not playing it because they're professional. They're playing it because it's a game. It's fun to play. And not everybody can be the best player. Not everybody's a professional player. I'm not very good at games, and I like to do things like World of Warcraft and show you that although I'm not very good at the game, I can still have the high-level characters. I've got 10 characters over 100 on World of Warcraft, and I don't play in guilds, and I'm not very good at it. So, but I do have a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, that's where I get most of my views. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I've known YouTubers before that wanted to play a certain game, and they'll start playing it and they'll do 1 or 2 videos of it, and then they'll come on and say, okay, nobody's watching this, so I'm not going to do anymore. Well, the only reason I would stop is either I'm having trouble with the game physically, like I am with Farmer's Dynasty, that the game keeps freezing on me, or I'm not having fun anymore. Then I'll stop playing it. But if I'm having fun, I'll make videos, and if nobody wants to watch them, that's okay. All I have to do is have somebody say, like Skyrim. I've been doing a series on Skyrim, and I don't get a lot of people watching it. But I had one guy the other day said that he loves my Skyrim videos so much. That's all I need to hear to keep doing them. Yeah, and so am I, James. I'll play all kinds of games. Alright, this guy looks like he's doing okay, so let me move on, see what else I need to do here. I'm not getting a lot of farming done. Right, where in the heck am I? Is this my field? This is my field. Coming right along. Surge, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, that's when I started. FS 2013. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I'll have to go back and look. I don't remember which game I recorded the very first time on YouTube. I think it was Fallout. I think it was Farm Sim 13. I think it was. All right, so I've got canola. I've got some potatoes. Let's do some barley, I guess. Let me see how this goes. Oh, from the tutorial? Yeah. Now see, there's a lot of guys that got bored with the game, and all they do is game reviews, map reviews, mod reviews now, that kind of thing. I know a couple of guys I used to watch that would actually farm, and it kind of stopped. I don't know whether they got tired of farming, and they started doing tutorials. The only reason I've ever really done tutorials is they're good to do because you do get a lot of views on them if they're a good tutorial and they're something that people want to know. The reason I've always done tutorials is because somebody's asked me, how did you do that, and can you do a tutorial? And so I said, okay, I guess I could. Or the other reason that I've done tutorials is if I'm having trouble with something. Let's take that combine one. Let's say I want to change a combine. I don't know how, but I want to. And I go, what do? You go on Google and you Google, how do you change the bin size of a combine on Farm Sim mod? And then you start looking for videos to teach you how to do that. If I do that and I can't find a video, or I find a video that is not done well and I can't understand what they're trying to do, that's when I started making videos on tutorials. I would eventually figure out how to do it, and then I'd do a tutorial on it, and I would try to make it as simple as I could. And well, not just simple, that's not what I mean. What I mean is I would try to make it so clear and step by step that anybody could do it, because I couldn't find a video that would help me do that. But a lot of times you'll see a tutorial video and, okay, I'll give you an example. Take Elite Dangerous, that's the game I was just talking about, that space game. You'll go out there and you'll see a video that says how to make 1,000,000 credits an hour on this game, because, oh shoot, dang it. What you want to do in Elite Dangerous is you start off with a very small ship, and you want a bigger ship. You want a faster ship. You want a ship that is better at combat. That takes money, game money, not real money. And so there'll be tutorials how to start this game, and within 1 hour be making 1,000,000 credits an hour. Then you watch the tutorial, and the guy starts out with the best ship in the game. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do what you're telling me to do. I'm trying to get that ship, and I don't have the money to do it. So I did one that shows you how to start Elite Dangerous, and within X amount of hours be able to be flying that ship that everybody wants. And I do it step by step how to do it, how I did it. So that's why I kind of do tutorials, because I want to help people. I don't want to get views from it, although I do. I don't say that I don't. I do. It's like subscribers. I'm not going to tell anybody I wouldn't like to have 1,000,000 subscribers. That'd be stupid to say that. But that's not what I'm YouTubing for. I'm YouTubing because I have fun doing this. I have fun making the videos. I have fun sharing the fun I'm having, and that's the number one key for me. I've always been an avid reader, and when I found a book that was really good and really inspired me, or I really enjoyed it, or I got into it, and it took me out of my day-to-day reality of the work-a-day and all the crap that goes on in your life, and you can get away from it by reading a good book and really enjoying it. When that happened, I wanted to share that book. You should read this book, because this is what it did for me. I like doing that. Well, it's the same way with the games and stuff. If I'm having fun, I want to share that fun. And that's why I started making YouTube videos. Thank you, Night Wolf. I appreciate it. All right, somebody else needs to talk now. I'm talked out. What should I plant next? Let's see. That's a rhetorical question. I'm gonna do soybeans, I think, on the next field. I guess I've got everything plowed. Starting this corner over here, I guess. The one thing I don't do tutorials on is Giant Editor. I won't do videos on that because I'm not a professional at it. I can use Giant Editor to do the things that I want to do, but I'm not a pro on it. I'm not, I know enough to get done what I want done. And I did a tutorial once that wasn't terribly complicated. And I had some guy who was so angry at me because for some reason he couldn't follow what I was doing, and I don't know why, because I did it very, very precise and tried to make it as easy as I could. And he was so angry at me because he said I destroyed his computer. He said what I had him do to install a mod, it was on this game, to install a mod on this game, it destroyed Windows on his computer, and he had to wipe his computer out, put Windows back in. It just screwed him up. I have no idea what he did because the mod that I did had nothing to do with Windows. It was not. It's a very simple mod. It had nothing to do with the game at all. All it had to do with was it was a folder changer, so that you could have more than one map and not have them separated. So you would have Lone Oak in one folder with all the mods, and you would have Canadian Ultimate in another folder with all the mods you wanted on that one. So you weren't mixing all the mods together. It was a very simple program, and it had nothing to do with Windows. It really didn't have anything to do with Farm Sim because it didn't do anything. All it did was place your mods in different folders and allowed you to switch them very easily. So, yeah, guy was so mad that he's going to sue me because I screwed his computer up. Anyway. Yeah, I have Uncharted. I have all of the Uncharted. As a matter of fact, I have two of them right here that are still in plastic wrap. Uncharted The Thieves End number 4 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy. I bought them a while back, and I've actually only played the first two Uncharted, but like I say, I don't play consoles and very often, and I'm taking them with me on vacation. Those are two of the games I want to play on vacation, are those two Uncharted games that I just told you about. Dingbat, precisely what I said. It's precisely what I said. I actually said, some of these tutorials I did are so simple, there's no way you could screw it up if you just do everything I tell you to do. And I still have people asking me the dumbest questions on them. And the first thing I say is, there's some people should not have computers. You should be playing on a console where you can't get in and mess the game up. But that's a little rude, but still, you get frustrated sometimes. I told my mom that. I actually told my mom that. Well, she kept calling me because she kept having so many computer problems, and they were so simple things. And I got fed up one day, and I shouldn't have said this. Is my foster mom. But anyway, I shouldn't have said it, but I said, you know what? You shouldn't have a computer. I'm stuck here and I can't get out. No, I'm literally stuck. I can't get out of this one. I just told her, I said, some people shouldn't have computers. And, you know, I told her I was sorry, I didn't mean it. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about, Dingbat. You know exactly which one. That tutorial couldn't have been easier. And that folder switcher has nothing to do with the game. He said it ruined his game. He had to reinstall FS17, and then after he did that, Windows was messed up, and he had to wipe his whole computer out and start over again. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he wasn't following my instructions. But I just kind of laughed. That was when I said, man, maybe I shouldn't be doing tutorials. And don't take this the wrong way. But what I really said was, some people are so stupid they shouldn't have computers. Hey, now, I have to tell you, at one point, I've got a degree in data processing. That's what I went to college for. And I used to program. But it was a long time ago. It was a lot of the languages that I learned aren't even functional anymore. I used to do Pascal and Fortran, and there was one called SPS. Just a bunch of different languages that we used to program with. And at one point, I used to consult on PCs. People would call me and they say, Rudy, something's wrong with my computer, what do I do? And the first question you ask is it plugged in? And people just act like what do you think, I'm stupid? Of course it is. I said, are you sure? Did you check the cord? And and I can't tell you how many times they would come back on the phone and they would say, oh, you know what? I was vacuuming back there last night. I must have hit the cord with the vacuum. Because they found out that the cord wasn't plugged in. And they thought I was being nasty with them because I asked them if it was plugged in. But those are the first things you ask, the simple things. And you go from there. But yeah, it's really frustrating trying to help somebody on a phone. I had a gal called me one day, and this had to do with a program. Do you guys remember what DOS is? It was before Windows. You used DOS, and there was a DOS program that this woman was trying to install, and she couldn't get it to work. And I was trying to help her. And you had to use DOS. You had to type in commands, right? So I'm telling her what to type in, and I tell her it doesn't matter what it was. It was it was a command, and I would tell her, okay, listen, type this in, and she would type that in, and I say, now hit enter. And she did, and then she'd try it. She said, that didn't work. I said, it's really simple. It has to work. Okay, type it in again. After about a half hour of trying to get this to type in this one simple little command, I finally got frustrated, and I said, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spell the command out. I want you to hit each key and tell me which key you hit. So then I would say, okay, /, and I would say the / is the one that slants to the right. And so she said, okay, I'm hitting the key that looks like that. And then I would say, okay, I'd say / twice, semicolon, or colon, the letter C. I was telling her, and every one she'd say, okay, colon, I'm hitting the colon key. Okay, now I'm hitting the C key. Then when it was done, I said, now hit enter. And she went ENTER. She was spelling enter out instead of hitting the enter key. So it can really be frustrating trying to help somebody on a computer, because you can't see what they're doing, for one thing. I'm missing the chat because I'm just chattering away here. Who's getting out of the hospital? What did I miss? I missed something. Andy, who's getting out of the hospital? Scorpion. Oh, right. I talked to him. When did I talk to him? Oh, gosh. I think it was a Tuesday, I guess. I know. They've kept him a long time. I don't know. That's pretty scary. They kept him in there a long time. So, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but there was the old joke that somebody called the technician on their computer and they wanted to know why their cup holder stopped working. And the technician was trying to figure out, what are you talking about? Well, my computer came with an automatic cup holder and it doesn't work anymore. And the technician would say, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Where is it on the computer? I mean, is it something you snap on the side or what? Because you shouldn't really have a liquid on your computer because you're going to spill it. And they said, no, it came with one. And he says, what are you talking about? He said, there's a little button on the front of the computer that when you push, this tray slides out and you put your cup in it. It was the CD. It was the CD reader. Now, you got to wonder. I thought for the longest time that was made up story, but actually I knew somebody that really thought that. There's somebody that needs to not have a computer. Scorpion was on. I must have been just talking too much. It's not my fault. I blame it on the Mountain Dew. Darn, I missed him. Tuesday. See, he was supposed to get out of the hospital last Friday, and I hadn't heard from him, and I really got worried. That's pretty serious. I know when he was on Tuesday, he said he was going to take a nap before dinner. Oh, hey, I'm going to turn this in before I forget. Let's see, this was 34. Cancel that. All right, yeah, I don't want to pay for the lease on that anymore. Yeah, I heard that thing about the disk drive, and I thought, oh, that's just some comedian made that up. That can't be real. But I found out that it has happened. I had a friend of mine that was into consulting as I was, and he said no. He said that actually happened to me. That somebody called on a what was it? He worked at what's that place that used to have the little cars that they'd run out and Geek Squad. He was a Geek Squad guy. And he said, yep, I got called on a Geek Squad call one time, and that's what it was. And I just about died. I said, God, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Oh, I got you, Ginger. Yeah, he was on Tuesday, but I didn't hear him say when he was getting out of the hospital. He told me initially that he was supposed to get out last Friday, and then I hadn't heard from him because I expected that when he got home he would contact me, and he didn't, and I got really worried. Ah! Just spilled all my canola on the ground. Oh, by the way, guys, you know that John Deere combine that I had, and I was using it in the last whatcha-dinger. Here, let me lease one. I changed it a little bit. This one right here, this John Deere. Right here, I'm going to lease this for a second, so you can see which one I'm talking about. This is the one that has all the things you can change. You can change the engine, you can change the wheel setup, you can change this is the GPS. You can put a different GPS mount up here. You can do a Starfire 3000 or no, and you can put a logo on it. You can choose this logo, the RZR or the custom modding logo. You can put a number on it, so if you have a different combine, so if you have more than one combine, you can number them up to 5 and actually put numbers on the side. You can change the size of the pipe. You can make the top part here either static or one that you can open and close. And I like this combine. The problem for me was that it's a nice combine. I like it. It doesn't go real fast, and I debated about that. And I thought, you know what? It's a big machine, and this is the one that I was using that 90-foot header on, and so I didn't want it to go real fast because it's a big machine. It shouldn't go that fast. So I didn't change the speed on it, but what I did change was this. When this bin filled up, it doesn't hold all that much. It holds about 50,000, I think. When you put the pipe out and you pull the truck alongside of it, it took a half hour. Now I'm exaggerating a little bit. It took a half hour to unload into that truck. So I've remodded this. Now it does go pretty quickly. So that was the only thing I could find on it that I didn't really like, was the fact that it was so slow when it came to unloading. So I sped it up at least twice the speed, a little bit over twice the speed. I think it was set at about 900 and I set it at 2500. That might have been a little bit too much, but I don't think so. I think it worked actually pretty good. I was using it a little earlier today. But anyway, so that's been remodded, and if you're a patron, it's in the OneDrive. So the new mod, the new change I made on it is in the OneDrive. Did I cover up the thing? I did. Oh hell, I just leased it anyway. Let me put it away. I don't need it right now. I'm gonna buy it later, but I don't need it right now. I've already got those other two. Welkers, I haven't been following it. I see that he did a little bit of play time on it the other day, but I didn't watch it. Alright, so let's wait for these to come out. I don't know what to do now. Kind of in between things here. What else we got out here that I could steal? Sunflowers, and they're ready. Let's get some sunflowers. I'm going to lease that field. Which one is it? 43. Let's lease 43. Man, I tell you what, these fields are cheap. That great big field 43 is only $122,000. I could actually buy it, but I don't want to yet. I'll just lease it for now. I wish they'd have just put that thing out for PCs and not worry about the Xbox. By the time they get Xbox to okay everything, the new Farm Sim 19 is going to be out, and I won't be playing Farm Sim 2017 anymore. Uh-oh, I forgot. This corn header. Darn it. I forget that every dang time. And you know where my corn headers are? They're over at the shop. Alright, I'm going to do what Ginger said. I'm just going to reset it to the farm. Tuscan. Yeah, it's probably got hedges and rock walls all around it. I'm being cynical now, I know. If you lease the field, you could lease the field. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Dingbat, but if you lease it, you can keep leasing it for forever if you want to. It'd be pretty expensive. Not on this map. This map's pretty cheap, but if normally I would only lease a field if I needed to crop on it and I couldn't afford to buy it. On this field, this map, I've never seen land so cheap. And I can guarantee you that land isn't that cheap in Oregon. Land is very expensive here. Terribly expensive here. A field that size, it costs you $1 million at least. But anyway, you can lease it. Every night at midnight, you have to pay for the lease. So if you lease it, get the crop off of it, and then turn it back into the bank before midnight, you won't be charged again. So yeah, so normally I wouldn't be able to get on this map. You see, if I started to come on here and do anything, it would say, hey, you don't own this. You don't own this. You can't get this crop. So you lease the field, get the crop of it, and then turn it back into the bank. There's another way to do it. Each field has an owner. So this field is owned by Joshua Allen. And this is how big it is, and this is how much it's worth. I could actually buy it from this guy. Now, if there was a crop on here, there would be a mission. This guy would hire you to do whatever needs to be done on this field. Let me find one that's got stuff on it. And I'm not even sure. They may not even have... Okay, here. This field is owned by Natalie Johnson. And it's 3.57 HA. It's only valued at $57,000. Oh, my God, that's so cheap. Now, she's going to pay you $3,987 to use her equipment and to seed this field. You have 9 minutes and 58 seconds. Is that right? To do that job. When you do, you get paid this, and after you do the mission, she will drop the price of the field. So if you do 2-3 missions on this field, it's going to be dropping the price of the field, and you can pick it up cheaper, and you're still getting paid to do the work on it. So a lot of people do missions to make money initially. Hey, Detested, how are you? What's up? Nothing special except for I've had motor mouth today. canola. We got some canola. I'm gonna have to, let's see, did I download this? I didn't download this map on my Xbox. And I'm hoping that Welkers comes out on Xbox before next week, because I'd like to put it on and play it while I'm on vacation. I know. It's not sugar because I'm diabetic. I have to drink diet cola. It's the caffeine. I'm not allowed to have caffeine either because I have a bad heart. Right. I used to tell people, you know, all the stuff that I've had. I've had a stroke. I've had open heart surgery. I've had a couple heart attacks. I've had pneumonia 3 or 4 times. And people say, "Oh my God, you sound like you're dead." No, not really. I'm perfectly fine. Everybody has stuff like that. You know, it's just part of life. Stuff happens. You live through it or you don't. I'm perfectly healthy. I have diabetes, and everybody says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And it's, well, a lot of people have diabetes. You learn to live with it. I take good care of my, you know, I watch what I eat. I don't go on special diets, though. My doctors always get mad at me. "How you doing on your diet?" And I look at him and say, "I'm not on a diet. I eat whatever the hell I want to eat." "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, if I want a piece of cake, I'm going to eat a piece of cake." What I don't do is, if I know I check my blood sugars. If I know it's already high, I'm not going to eat a piece of cake. But if I've got low blood sugar and I know I'm going to be doing some exercise this afternoon, like, you know, working around the house or something, I'll go ahead and have the piece of cake because I know I'm going to work that sugar off before it hurts me. But, you know, you just have to be smart about it. I hate diets. You go on a diet. Here's the thing. If I say I'm on a diet, then I'll always be on a diet. And I don't like that. I would rather just watch what I eat. Maybe not eat so much. You know, but I'll eat whatever I want to eat. Bacon, I love bacon. I eat the hell out of bacon. I eat whatever I want to eat. I just don't eat a lot of it, and I don't eat. You know, I eat 5-6 times a day instead of 3 times a day. I'll get up and eat a little bit of something for breakfast. A couple hours later, I'll eat you know, a little bit more. You know, a couple hours after that, I'll have a little bit of lunch. A couple hours after that, I'll have a snack. I just don't eat a whole lot. Never get hungry because I'm eating all the time. I just don't eat a lot. If that makes any sense. On a seafood diet? Yes. That's like that old joke. I don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less either. What was the other one? I don't have a drinking problem. I drink, I fall down, I drink, I get drunk, I fall down, no problem. That's a World of Warcraft thing, by the way. That's what the little dwarves say all the time. All right, I'm wasting time here. I could be harvesting this field over here. I guess I could do that. Did I seed this? It is seeded. It's not growing very fast. Okay, here we go. By the way, I'm learning to love these Kloss combines. As long as I don't try to use the weird headers, this is a pretty good rig. I started using that huge header, and that's where I started having problems with it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me fix that. I'm not getting any windrow. Let me fix that. That's the only thing I don't like about this combine, is it loads up the windrow at the end of the field. Wait a minute. I just fixed that. Alright, let me turn the HUD on. I hit the wrong key, I guess. I must have hit the period key. Probably. Ginger, jumping on what? This map? I thought you were already playing this map. Are you talking about the Mountain Dew? Jumping on a Mountain Dew. I'm jumping on that after this live stream. It was on already? Are you kidding me? I thought I saw it. Here's what threw me off. I was in like this, right? And I saw that stuff going off the side there. And I thought that was what I was seeing, was the one that was just throwing it without a windrow. I bet. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Lone Oak. It's the Lone Oak. Kind of like the Lone Ranger. I guess it was. My bad. Sorry, guys. I didn't see it for some reason. Left a pile. Yeah. Left a pile. Okay. That's, he said pile. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of doo-doo. I had doo-doo on the brain. Little potty humor. You had fish for supper? What kind of fish? Like a fish fillet or what? You put lemon on it and stuff like that? You don't do that sushi stuff, do you? I gotta have, my food's gotta be cooked. Half the time I wonder about that sushi stuff. Here's what I wonder about. I wonder if a lot of people eat sushi because they think it's a cool thing to do, and not because they actually like it. I think things like that, because everybody, oh, we went out for sushi. Okay, does that make you better than me because I don't go out for sushi? I want my meat cooked. I want it cooked well. If I go into a place that have fish and they bring out sushi, I say, take this back and cook it, please. Sea bream. I'm not a big seafood eater, so I don't know what that is, what kind of fish that is. I don't do fish. I actually don't eat the fish myself either. I have a lot of people say, well, why do you live on the coast then? What? What's living on the coast got to do with eating fish? It's just because you live on the coast, you're required to eat fish? That's kind of like, I don't drink. I never have. Neither does my wife. We have nothing against it. Every once in a while I'll have a beer or something, or a hard drink. I just don't. I don't fancy it. I don't really like the taste of beer. Whiskey is too hard. I have my throat, I gag on hard liquor. Wine makes me sick. So if I go to a party, I just as soon have something I like a Mountain Dew or a 7-Up or a Coke. You know, I'd enjoy that more than a drink. So we went out one night, and the people we went out with that invited us out, it was to a bar that had a band playing. And we got there, and they said, "What are you drinking?" And I said, "Oh, I don't, a diet Coke, or no, really, what are you drinking?" I'm serious. I'm drinking a Diet Coke. Well, what? Why are you even here if you're not going to have a drink? I said, we came for dancing. We like to dance. But they were just flabbergasted that we weren't there to get drunk. Andy says he drinks like a fish. I thought you were going to... I glanced over at the chat. I swear to God, I thought you said you drank fish. I said, what? What do you put it in a blender? Okay, so this method seems to be working better than horseplay, and that's just to do a couple of manual headlands and just let it go back and forth till it's done. That might be the thing to do on this. Let me grab a truck and get out there to that other field with the soybeans. Oh, goodness gracious. He should be getting full pretty soon. I always drink water. Are you talking to me? I never drink water. Water's terrible. I tell you what I do though. Anybody know what Snapple is? If you know what Snapple is, it's a tea drink, kind of. It's a tea flavored drink. They make powdered Snapple. It comes in a little bitty pouch that you get a glass of water and you pour the pouch in, stir it up, and you get the Snapple drink, right? That's not how Snapple comes. Snapple comes in a bottle or whatever when you just buy it at the store. But they also make a powdered drink. Now, I don't like drinking water, just water. So what I do is I buy those little powdered things. I pour a glass of water and pour that in it. So I'm getting my water, but it's flavored. So that's how I do it. Beer flavored water. Hey, Andy, if you live in the United States, that's what our beer is. Our beer is so green. And I shouldn't say that because I don't drink beer. But it seems to me like we have green beer here. Jack Daniels. Is that like Charlie Daniels? Well. Scotland priced their drink up, haven't they? Needs to be ice cold. I'm that way. If I drink a beer, it has to be very, very cold, and I have to be very, very thirsty, and I'll get about half of it down before it starts to warm up. Then I can't drink it anymore. Belgian beer's the best. Didn't who was it that bought Coors from the United States? Was that Belgium? I can't recall. But anyway, I can't remember who bought not Coors. I'm sorry, Budweiser. I think Belgium bought Budweiser, a Belgian company. I can't remember. It was a European company that bought our. I'm surprised it didn't get better. The beer, that is. Well, guys, my 2 hours are up, and I can't believe that I just mouthed off the whole time. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream, and I'll probably see you next week, hopefully. If I don't see you this weekend, I want to stream. I might stream some World of Warcraft, so anybody that likes that can watch. If you don't, I'll probably see you next week on farming. In the meantime, I hope you all have fun. I want to thank every one of you for coming in. And yeah, I don't know where that comes from, Ginger. I didn't set that up, but it seems like it knows when I put 2 hours in. I don't know why. I don't know how come it does that. You heard that sound. I heard it a couple times and didn't know what it was. But I don't know how it got set because I didn't set it. But anyway, I hope you had fun. I want to thank all of you for coming by, and I'll see you next time I live stream. Have a good evening, everybody.